Welcome to Straight Up. To have your say, send in a text on 0427 789 571. The best texter on today's show will win a $100 voucher to be redeemed at the magnificent Mundaring Hotel, the heart of the hills since 1899. Go to mundaringhotel.com.au.
The heart of the hills, Rusty. A very good afternoon to you.
G'day, Mart. How are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah, McGinty's just out making a couple of coffees. He'll be in a minute.
How good was last week, just quickly?
The heart of the hills. And our man, the Butchers, had a winner today. Looked all right,
How good was it?
And they didn't
Had a little bit of a spank appeal about it.
Did
But there was a bit of spanking going on there at the Mundaring. That was a great day.
It was outstanding. Outstanding.
Cheerio to a few of them. Zach
Bales.
Yeah. Thomas.
Yeah, they were the younger crew.
Chantel.
Greg L. Lorraine.
Phil. It was a good team. Maxie.
Good team. And to all our listeners who didn't come, you might have just missed out on a big one.
It was a good day.
Ripper. But
it was a great
there'll
day.
be another one eventually. 13 from 4, Brock Nealing is the racing manager, or the manager of racing for Perth Racing, joins us right now. G'day, Brock.
G'day, Brock.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, boys. How are you?
Yeah, well, at this stage, we're looking at a soft 5 and the rail at 7 metres. How do you see this one playing with rain forecast on Saturday?
Yeah, look, we're really enjoying the last, yesterday, today, and looking into a nice 26-degree day tomorrow. So hope everyone's enjoying the nice weather. And, again, unfortunately, we were a little bit out of luck, but still 23 degrees Saturday. They're forecasting 1 to 5 mil Friday, but that'll come Friday night into Saturday morning. And then showers through the day Saturday with 5 to 10 forecast. So with that in mind, we'll see the track as it did race yesterday as a real genuine soft 5. As you said, we stuck with that soft 5 today, potentially see it move into that good 4 range tomorrow, but that won't mean that we'll need to add any irrigation or anything like that with the rain forecast. We'll just let the track do its thing. And, just depending on what that rain does Friday night into Saturday morning, we'll probably in that genuine soft 5 range to start Saturday anyway, and then we'll just got to see what the forecast does to us.
And looking forward, Brock, we're only a month out from Ascot opening day, 11th of October. Yep. How's Ascot looking, mate?
Really good, yeah. We've been really pleased with where the track's been sort of as it improves after the renovation, and you're always sort of sitting on the edge of your seat a bit waiting for the warmer weather with Ascot. Doing the renovation on a Cockatoo track, going into winter's not ideal, but we knew, probably, a couple of months ago that we're in a really good place with the track still ticking along. Now this warm weather's come, it's starting to bounce out of the ground. So track's got full cover. We'll naturally let the track sort of increase in height over the next between now and the start on the 11th of October. The track will still have work to do as we lead into the spring, into the summer period, continuing to improve with the warmer weather, but we'll be in a really good place for opening day.
In the present, though, I think it's going to be a wet week. We thought spring was here, but just having a look at the forecast, there's rain on Sunday, a little bit of rain on Monday, Tuesday, and possibly on Wednesday for back to Belmont Racing.
Yeah, I think it probably just keeps us in that soft range without, too many damaging days like we've had with those real heavy downpours and that sort of thing. You can probably take the warmer temperatures into account with that as well. As those warmer days accumulate, that does make a difference. Holding that track in that genuine good 4 to soft 6 range with that warmer temperature, it does help you hold it. Keeping the runners on top of the ground, and then without those significant rain events, you probably hope now that we don't push into that 7 or worse range going forward. That's probably where we think we're at.
Okay, so for Saturday, you're thinking the day will start possibly a soft 5, and then depending on how the showers unfold, it could deteriorate or stay around that mark.
Yeah, you could probably expect a similar day to last Saturday, but just with less, with less heavy rain, I think. With pretty significant 30 to 35 kilometre-hour winds in the afternoon. And probably the only difference with that compared to the last few meetings is that it's a northwesterly probably rather than a southwesterly. So a little bit more behind them in the straight rather than into their face. So you can probably keep that in mind when you're looking at race patterns and how they come off the corner.
Brock, always good. We appreciate your time every Thursday here on Straight Up. Thanks for that.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Good on you, Brock. He's done a good job there.
Doing a terrific job.
We're only a month away from Ascot. Can you believe it?
Well, I can. And
exciting.
Our man McGinnity's here.
Oh, he smiled when I said Ascot too. G'day, mate.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
Yeah, wonderful. Just starting to come good from last Friday.
You're sponsored by Barocca.
Yeah.
Tell you what,
I was sponsored by some John Ambulance around the stages on Saturday morning.
you were very good, though.
Very
now,
good.
straight on the text line, Fred of Fremantle, this Mundaring Hotel text line. Marty, make sure you clear out all the sharp instruments before Rusty and Bradley get into the studio. This was, and I've got to say, our man McGinnity got the votes there. And when you get to race 5, can you ask Brad what price he would have had changing guard if the pads weren't going on? That is from Fred of Fremantle.
Wasn't even aware of the gear change, so
I wasn't either, to be honest. I haven't got it noted on mine notes.
D-Max normally very astute with his gear changes anyway. You've seen bars on, bars off. You've seen Reeboks on, Reeboks off, Nikes on, Nikes off, and they still go well for D-Max. So.
He's going enormous at the moment. We preempted this about a month ago. Listeners to the program, hope they've been backing the great man. He's been in wonderful touch. First event there on, so you've had the run through with Brock. You know what you can expect there on Saturday. So let's get straight into it, boys.
And
Perth
with that,
racing
Mark,
now.
sorry,
Mate,
with that,
what's
I'm going to assume on pace unless the track tells me otherwise.
Very good work.
And just can we clear that up? Changing guard. I had it as blinkers were already on and the pads on the front were already on the horse. So I'd like to know if there's been any other change there. I don't know where that's coming from.
So what, you haven't got the pads on?
Yeah, no, the pads were on.
Okay.
So it raced with pads last start.
Yeah.
So it's not a new addition.
Right.
I think might have been a little jab on the text line there.
Oh,
You think so?
Yeah,
Oh, you're getting a bit worried about this. You want me to filter through? Well,
No.
I'm a you text, you get
You
on
text,
sort of
you're
a
on.
guy.
No, you
Oh,
text,
no,
you're
that
on.
was-
Yeah, for the
was fine.
Mundaring.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll explain it to you later, Martin.
Righto,
We'll
mate.
get it.
Righto.
We'll get it.
Perth Racing now hiring Carnival staff, so you're still a chance. There are a few opportunities there for you, Bradley.
Yeah, thank you.
And this is over the 1200. Start time 1:29. It's a later start time than last week's earliest start time.
Because of the footy.
Over at 12:14.
Right.
So one who's bent. There's a few in here. 13 to 12. 2 Centauros 8. 3 God's Rapture 310. 4 Split the G is 8 from 950. What's happened over there, Russ? Okay, mate. 5 is Brave Wasp. 5.15 to 3.40.
Oh.
6 Wingman Bradley 7.50. 7 Medium Mogul is 21. And 8 Excess Baggage is $9.
Brave Wasp early, 400 at the 550, 530 at the $5. And you know what, champions? You can't have that again. 300 at the 440. Then markets merged and it went off even further. A Swingman, 500 each way. Another 500 each way, 750 and 7. Split the G, ESP money, 300 at the 950. Money starting to accumulate there for God's Rapture. A bit of Incentaro money each way as well at the $8 there. For martsmaps.com.
Yeah, well, Mart's Maps, Medium Mogul jumps out from 1, but I think Lucy will come across with Split the G from 7, but either of these two will lead it up, and then they can sort out behind the leading 2.
Just a touch muddling, you thinking, Mart?
No, I think they'll run along okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a medium to faster than average pace.
Right.
Our man over here is Rusty Collette. Rusty, before we get going, you broke some sad news when you come in, and it is sad news that we've lost one of the real Leviathan iconic bookmakers in Lindsay Severn.
Yeah, passed away on Tuesday morning, Martin. The family have let people know now so we can shout about it. Yeah, very sad. He had a big battle there for a number of years, and he racegoer would know that he's been doing it tough the last couple of years, but put up a very, very brave front and kept fronting up every Saturday, every Wednesday. And, eventually I think it just got too much for his body. I spoke to him only about 3 weeks ago and he just said, I can't go on with the treatment. It was just too much for his body. And he left us, unfortunately, on Tuesday. Funeral hopefully will be next week or the week after. As we find out more, mate, I'll certainly let you know.
Definitely.
There'll be a lot of race guys that will want to go to that.
We'll definitely send out a shout out about the funeral arrangements on the air.
Yeah, and just last October, if people are unaware, he became a life member of the WA Bookmakers Association. He's been our president for a long, long time and has been a mainstay of that ring out there for about 40 years. Great character, very good mentor, great bloke to have a chat to about anything, and he'd tell you. Very good at picking a market. And had a good sense of humour.
Great sense of humour.
Yeah. And originally was the original Mick the Mocker.
Mick the Mock.
That was
unbelievable. How many weeks straight
60,
did he find a loser?
60 weeks in a row, he would tip a favourite as Mick the Mocker, and 60 weeks in a row they got beat.
It's a fair effort.
That's a brilliant
People would not miss that program to hear Mick the Mock's mock.
Yeah, no, terrific bloke. And, sorry to see him go. We will be doing something on the opening day at Ascot in the main ring. We'll have a bit of a moment of silence out there for Lindsay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he loved it out there. We'll set up his gear and have a moment's silence, and he'll be
fantastic.
There. So all the best to the Severn family. He will be sadly missed at the races, and not just a stalwart, but he was a much-loved character around the racing industry now for 40, 50 years.
Brilliant mind. He always had that brilliant mind. Sharp as attack.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
Yep. What about this first race?
All right, sharp as attack. Looking at the field, it's a terrific opener. There's not a horse in this race that couldn't win it. Medium Mogul, which is the outsider of the race, was heavily backed the other day in a midweeker. Sat outside the leader, couldn't find the front and ended up knocking up a bit late. But it was over 1,300 metres and ran fourth, but was very, very well found by the punters in the market. We've got a couple of returning types here, and these are real Saturday horses. God's Rapture. Pike returns to ride God's Rapture for a good man with the purple. I saw him leaving Optus Stadium last week, Teddy Martinovich. He was looking about the same as me. He wasn't very happy with the 1 point defeat, but I reckon he might get back on the scoreboard here, Teddy, with God's Rapture. Brilliant trial. It wasn't overly quick, but it was the way it won it. It won it ears pricked, and you'd agree with that, McGinnity. It was a really, really strong trial. Getting Pike back on, as I said, Pike 1 from 1 on this horse. Only bad, sort of indifferent run really was on debut, but it was wide throughout. And then at one start, two at Ascot, and then it raced in 3 group races. So coming back here to a normal Saturday 3-year-old race, it's well placed, and that was a really good trial. Brave Wasp, the one that they backed early, runner up both starts, but have a look at the form on this. Second to Capitola, beaten 0.8 of a length, and then second to Silent Diva, beaten half a length. From a wide barrier. This is a nice horse. It went right back on its second start. Both starts have been really good. Both have been in the city. It was an excellent trial again. A little bit quicker on the same day as God's Rapture and went through the line beautifully. Blinkers on for the very first time at start 3. Steve Walsh, Sean McGrady, good team, drawn 2. It's going to be very hard to beat, and that's probably why the punters have gone for it early. I could even see it starting shorter. I had these two clearly on top. Who's Bent, last start winner, got everything right. Great ride, Holly Watson, and found the rail just behind the leader and ran through the line okay. But I thought Excess Baggage actually ran through the line a bit better in the same race. It meets Who's Bent a couple of kilos better. Great debut. Sort of lost its way in running. It was in the transit where it sort of gave up its position, or the position just didn't quite work for it early. And being a raw 3-year-old brown filly having its debut, just sort of lost its way. But the last 50 metres of that run, if you get a chance to go back and have a look at it on 30th of August, was exceptional. It hit the line super. And this filly, I think the 1200 will be absolutely ideal for it. So I have it In third spot, Swingman, our mate Bradley Hardy,
Yes.
Zane Sumich, Peter Sumich and the team, and the Taylors. A great run. Second start, big win there in that maiden at Northam in good time on a heavy 8. It actually went about a couple of lengths faster than average for that run. So backs up off 10 days, drops 3 kilos, and it was very well backed us again. They were certainly on the money there. Split the G, I'm agreeing with you, Mart. It'll probably lead. It has good form. It won at its on debut back in March, beat the stablemate Ripper Rupert. Then it ran 5th in town. The return run was good. I think the heavy 8 probably didn't help it. But with Lucy Fury back on and going forward, I think it'll be hard. You know, it'll be right there. And the only other run in the race is Zentaro, who's won its last 2. They've been at Northam and Belmont in easier company. But if it won, there'd be no surprise. So a terrific race to start the day. And can I just mention, there is 78 jobs available right as we speak. Available on Seek. If you want to get a job, if you've got someone in your household that wants to get a job over summer, now's the time to put your hand up because you've got 4 weeks away from Ascot. They'll probably train you in the last couple of meetings at Belmont. Get in touch with Seek. Ask for how you get a job, a casual job at Perth Racing. It's good fun. You get part of the atmosphere. You're front and centre, and you get paid to do it. So
Unbelievable. It's better than what you're doing now.
78 jobs.
That's fantastic.
I keep sending my resume in, but I'm never hearing back from them.
Look, I just reckon there'll be a lot of people out there right now that'll probably think, what am I going to do this summer? And even if you've got a job, it can be a good second job.
Yeah. And
a ripper.
Tony Favazzo and the team out there looking after you. They're fantastic.
Yep.
Great trainers.
There you go. 78 jobs right there now, Mark.
Well,
what about this first race?
Cracker. Funny how opinions work. I'm not as big on the Brave Wasp form yet. I think there's still a couple of holes in it, but that's purely opinion. These 2-year-olds heading into 3-year-olds still got to sort themselves out a little bit, and there are a lot of queries through the form lines of a few of them, I think, going forward. So this is going to be interesting to see how they measure up when they meet each other. Now, God's Rapture is one for mine that always looked like it would be a better 3-year-old. I always thought that. And the thing I loved about the trial, as you said, Russ, I reckon it was only asked for about 2 strides, and I love the way it found and then the handbrake went back on. I really enjoyed that part of the trial, whereas Brave Wasp was given a pretty decent rouse up, I thought. It's given a pretty good hit
So
out.
you don't like horses going to trials and getting a rouse up? You like rather than have a quiet trial?
Not necessarily. I just thought there might have been more merit going forward in regards to the progression of God's Rapture, because as we've seen a few times, every now and then there's a 2-year-old that comes back and improves significantly as a 3-year-old, and I think God's Rapture has a chance of being one of those. That being said, it might be Brave Wasp. Who knows? That might be something else. But, love the 1200 for excess baggage as well. This is a cracking...
It was a good run.
A cracking run, yeah.
What a debut.
It was and at 1200, the race experience, etc. gives... there's a few of these that are a chance. So I'm probably not getting involved at the current prices, but it's a great race.
Yeah, absolutely. Great race. And every one of those runners there have been backed at some stage through their career. Even though they're only short careers, they've all had a good crack at them.
Actually, another
There's
one.
a bit of ability there.
As you said, Split the G, another one it trialled. I thought it trialled super.
Yep.
And as you said, the heavy track first up probably took a bit out of it, but it may well have come back a bit of 3-year-old too. So
Very good
there's
race.
a bit here.
Cracker of a race there to open up on Saturday.
I know Tomo's got a big rap on Brave Wasp. They think it's one of the better ones they've got. They were wrapped with that trial. I love trials when they give them a 1 or 2 around the back. It's Skye Waterhouse, it's Bjorn Baker, it's all the smart trainers like to rouse their horses up at the trials and make sure they're nice and fit.
It's well bred.
Beautifully bred. Well done to Tomo too. It was his birthday yesterday. He was
happy
walking
birthday,
for
Tomo.
the World Suicide Prevention Day, which I think you had him on your program
Yes, we
talking
did.
about that on
We
6PR.
certainly did.
And they raised over $25,000 in funds for that very important cause. So well done to him and
Very
to Johnny
good.
and Rose and all the team.
And Rebecca Warburton,
Yes.
who's in the ownership there.
Yes, that is sure.
Very
yeah.
good.
Okay. Our man, Zachy Boy, afternoon champions. Brilliant afternoon last week. Pleasure to meet you all. Storm Chaser looks the best of the day for me on Saturday. Just sitting here in my Mart's Map shirt and looks to get a perfect suck ping to me. That is from our man, Zachy
The
Boy.
Pat Pong Road.
Yes, the old Papo Road. This next race from Bunbury's come out nice and quick. Race number 5 on that card with 3 minutes to go. This will show you 2 to 280. Gold Vancouver 250 into 215. The Great Hoya has gone 9 into 6. 31 Anna's. Albert's 41. Artie Jean is 34. And Prince Amongst Men has been 15-9 into 6. That is Bunbury, race number 5. Just sent a text out to Mitchie Pateman too, because I heard you mention Holly's name, and she had that nasty fall in Kalgoorlie on Sunday in the Coolgardie Cup. And at one stage thought she may have had a broken leg, but Mitchie said no breaks. She's at the physio right now.
Brilliant.
Looks like it's getting better, hoping to be back next week. Geez, they're tough.
They are, mate.
That was some sort of a fall.
Yeah, it was frightening.
It was really frightening. And
people ran onto the track to help her. It could have been a disaster.
Yeah, it really was. But
great news.
Geez, they're tough.
They are.
And she's bounced right back. Tuning in down the line is our man Darren McCall, eh, Mac?
Steel Blue boots designed for comfort, durability and choice. Backed by a 30-day, 100% comfort guarantee. This mounting out report is presented by Steel Blue Boots.
Just talking about how tough and courageous these jocks are. I'm sure that Kalgoorlie turf wouldn't have felt that soft on Sunday, but good news that Holly's going to be back sooner than later.
Oh, you can say that again. I've seen some, terrible falls over the years. It's just part and parcel, unfortunately, of this sport, this industry, and it's remarkable how they do bounce and get back as quickly as they do. It'll be lovely to see Holly back in action again, hopefully, as Mitchell has said, in the next week or two, if this rehab physiotherapy works. But, she was a lucky girl, I suppose, in an industry which has, sadly claimed some lives over the decades, ever since racing started. But I know that, they get criticised when they, don't ride to expectation, or punters are talking out of their pockets. But I'd like to see as many of them get out and have a crack at it, because it isn't easy.
That
One
is
of the
for sure.
toughest jobs going around, as the great D. Oliver said. How often or how many jobs are there where you go to work and you're followed by an ambulance?
That is for sure.
That says
mate.
it all.
Yeah, bit of boning here for
Anyway,
Prince
they are
Amongst Men
moving up
down the
into
bottom.
the
mate.
gates.
I say a bit of backing down
What
the
was that?
bottom. Bit of backing down the
Prince
bottom.
Amongst Men?
Yes.
Yeah, there is some support there too. Thought it was largely, this will show you, Gold Vancouver. This is the Jimmy and Leslie Enright 60th wedding anniversary handicap. That's a fair achievement. And Jim, a veteran trainer, of course, he's so well known down here. Up in the Kimberley, he spends every winter there. Dab hand in the harness world for many, many years, and of course with the thoroughbreds as well. And he's got Albert going around in this next event. Club's colours are being worn by Braden Garth on the Great Hoya, the navy blue. The Great Hoya goes in, and now Auntie Jean, one of two in the race, prepared by Phil Naylor, is about to complete the lineup. So final check of the market, 220 Gold Vancouver, 280 This Will Show You, Prince Amongst Men into 650. Well regarded. Light is on.
There, and well done here.
Thank you.
There's Brad Parnham. He now has a double on today's program, and as
He's a beauty, Tess. We know that, Bradley Parnham. And he gets Gold Vancouver home at 210, 120. Prince Amongst Men was $1.90. They had something on this, and This Will Show You. Was back in third, no third. $6.90 was the Quinella Exacta, $10. The trifecta, $22.90. In the first four, 2-7-1-4, $85.40, 11 and 2, and the double $7.80. Race number 6. It's the Swan Draft handicap over the 1400. One of Murta Grace at 13. 2 Elbow Lounge at 8. That's in from 15. 3 Saturday Sesh, 350 from 445. More likely at 14. 6 Mr. Jimmy's, 250. 7 $3 grand at 390, and 8 Run for Rob at 20. Mac, he's going 7, 3, 6 and 2. He's with 3 grand at $3.90.
It's on again. One of the most popular country cups in WA. The Mora Toyota Mora Cup on Saturday, October the 4th. Supported by the Tab Touch MRC Life Members Sprint, it is a great family days racing with fashions on the fields, TAB, bookies and delicious food. And there's plenty of bars to quench that thirst. Gates open at 12 noon with entertainment after the last. come to this picturesque racecourse, first raced in 1907. It's only a 2-hour drive from Perth. The Mora Toyota Mora Cup, Saturday, October 4.
Darling View Thoroughbreds, the home of the mighty Plain God. Full-time vet services, 24-hour foal watch. Darling View, the home for your mare and foal. Discounts for returning clients. Log on to darlingviewthoroughbreds.com.au for details.
When it's time to snooze, you cannot lose by shopping with Lane Tomich at his Cannington and Coburn snooze bedding stores. Like Sealy, Temper, Madison, Slumberland and more. Friendly, informative service, delivery, take away the stress and sleep best by buying your next bed from Snooze Cannington and Coburn stores.
It's amazing what a little snooze can do.
Western Race Picks provide photography services to the WA racing industry, covering all race meetings at Ascot, Belmont and most provincial and country race meetings, with our catalogue extending back to mid-2014. We do all the design, printing and framing of our products in-house and pride ourselves on providing high-quality products in a timely manner. We also service the local breeding industry, specialising in yearling and stallion photography. We have a new website which allows people to purchase and download low-resolution digital images for your social media. You can also view our entire library of photos, as well as order your framed memorabilia products. Go to westernracepix.com. That's westernracepix.com.
J&M Smash Repairs have been delivering the highest quality automotive smash repairs for over 40 years.
When you need 5-star service and a team you can rely on, J&M Smash Repairs fit the bill.
J&M Smash Repairs are now approved body shop repairers for the high-tech Tesla vehicle and are a certified repairer for Holden.
That's why these guys are regarded as the best in the business.
They're the automotive experts and offer a lifetime warranty on all repairs.
Make J&M Smash Repairs your choice of repairer.
jmsmash.com.au.
It's Retrovision Spring Clean Sale with unbeatable deals on floor care. Save on wet and dry vacuums, robot stick vacuums and steam cleaners. Plus, RAC members save an extra 5% off. The Spring Clean Floor Care Sale, online and in-store at Retrovision.
Welcome to Straight Up. To have your say, send in a text on 0427 789 571. The best texter on today's show will win a $100 voucher to be redeemed at the magnificent Mundaring Hotel, the heart of the hills since 1899. Go to mundaringhotel.com.au.
Okay, this is from Greg L, who was there, ripping Arvo last Friday, boys. Thanks again. Good to see the Maulers' best bet got up with ease last week. He knows his horses, that boy. I don't know why you lot doubt him. Keen to go Grommet in race 3 to salute this week. ZJP and the Claim get it over the line, I reckon. Well, I was on it last start. So now here's one from Tim. Been listening for 10 minutes and all I've heard is Rusty. Is he doing the show by himself today? That is from Tim of Lansdale. You text and get on, Russell. You know that.
They're very hard.
Oh. Now, I believe you have got the Maulers tips as well.
I had, mate.
Jared from Scarborough's done a beauty. I've got them all as set for you boys this week, and there's some value. Race 1, we'll do them race by race from you, Jared. Nothing short enough for me, race 1. Okay. Let's get on to race number 2 here. We've got plenty of text to get through. We'll have some fun with these on the way through. If you tuned in, make sure you get out to see Ian and Joanne at the Mundaring Great Pup. Right, race number 2, the Tab Touch West Speed Handicap Spring Series Heat, 1,400 metres. And number 1 is El Patron, is $8. 2, Rock and Wonder, $3.48 to $4.40. Cruise to Victory, $3. Birds the Word is 23. Spec Bondi Plunge spec'd in, 10 to 7. Too Much Talk, 10 to 6.50. Getting close. 7, his Archie is 13. 8, Canny Jack is 19. And one of your old girl favourites, Sweet Tea. You finished with her ages ago, didn't you? $21.
Yeah.
That was before you got married. I can say that.
Nice troll, mate.
Nice don't troll. Tell me. There's not a flicker. There's not a... Hang on.
Hang on.
Who was the blonde at the bar? Who was that one? What was that horse's name? With Wesley.
Oh, Wesley.
The old blonde at the bar. Anyone listening, text in. Anyway, let's get serious.
Why start now, Mark? Why start now? Too much talk. Local and ESP sharp money at the $10 in, hence the meerkat. Straight out and each way. Cruise to victory, 300 at the 290. El Patron a little bit each way at the 650 and 750. But each way, Birds a Word at the $23. There's a lot of people not punting well. Anyway, that's about it. Lastmaps.com.
7 and 8. Barry's 7 and 8. Rock and Wonder, El Patron. These two attend to the pace, don't they?
I concur.
Who has got the will? Chanel Cooper or Victoria Corver want to take it up?
I think Rock and Wonder pretty comfortably, and El Patron doing a bit of
manoeuvring.
Well, stalking, but right in your wheelhouse.
Just in the one off the bar move. There was a lot of that happening at Mundaring last Friday. So we are in agreement with maps.com, and I think it'll be the hardest horse to beat. It's on the drift, 340 out to 440 already, Rocking Wonder, but I've got it on top. So I think it'll lead, and I think it'll get that fairly easy lead. I think El Patron will be happy to take a sit. Hasn't been winning by leading. It does change from the 4 kilo apprentice into a 3 kilo apprentice. And as you said, Mark, they've drawn 7 and 8. Cruise to victory, 406 days between wins. It does regain Willie Pike. Never far away, but as the 406 days said, it doesn't win out of turn. The other two that have been backed early, there's been 2 backed here that I didn't have as big a chance as obviously other punters do. Bondi plunges $10 into 7. Is that still $7? Yep. And Lucy Fiore joins Too Much Talk for Jared Humphreys. 1,053 days between wins. It is in from $10 into $6.50. That's a couple of good moves that they must be working well, those horses. I'm happy to stick with Rocky Wonder. I'm happy to stick with Victoria Corver, and I'm happy to stick with the speed map.
You've got a decent hunch that if the leaders kick well in race 1, good old kick, the money will come pretty hard for Rocking Wonder, I think, because I can just see El Patron just stalking, and I'm probably going to have something on El Patron each way because I think that's a big price for a horse that just gets to stalk the leader, and I know he finds it hard to win. But your blinkers on Cruise to victory, so there's a fair sign of intent there, blinkers, Pike, etc. I think the firm of the track probably helps too. Yeah, Too Much Talk. I sort of get the money at the early price, sort of, but that might be the worst form race in his. I mean, Nine Ball might be a nice horse, but I think the third horse had a bleed and the rest of them behind that. Well, let's move on. So, but that being said, I'm backing El Patron each way, so it's that sort of race, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Jared from Scarborough, he's put a set of tips together for the mauler. Race 2, Cruise to victory, back it in Cox Plate markets. Ask them to add it into the markets if it's not already. It's a moral. Race 3, Sentimental Bell, back it on the exchanges at $2, as that's what's price it should be. Take the unders. Race 4, No Idea, no Williams runners. Race 5, I'll have a break and be drinking Duppy's carton. Cheers, Race 6. This is some of his best work. Schmoove Mover. When it shortens to even money, I love Pikey. Race 7, Yorga Pride. Stable said it's heading to the Everest if it gets around safely tomorrow. So look to future markets unload. And race 8, I love your smile because I like the name. Righto, lads. Now you shouldn't have to read any tips from the Maitland's Mauler.
Oh, they're harsh. They're harsh, but sometimes they're fair.
They're funny.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah. So what about race number 3? The WA Racehorse Owners Association handicap. It's over the 1,200 metres. A very important association, that. And Sentimental Bells just on the ease to 650. Mocha Dream 20. Go Grommet 850 into 7 after opening at 7. Cracking Time 5 to 550. Ancient Guidance is 31. So Natea is 13. Goldmaker is $7.50. Tropicone is $11. Diablo Lad 26. Star Supreme $3.80, $3.30, and T-Biscuit is $41.
Local Pro Money Star Supreme early, 800 at the 380. Cracking time, 400 each way at the $5. Star Supreme, another 500 there at the 350, another 500 at the 340. Mooka Dream, a couple of hundred each way at the 20s. Goldmaker, bit of specking there, ESP money, and some local Sharp and ESP money at Go-Go Gourmet, with a bit of snipping Diablo Ladder as well. Good little betting race.
It was a bit messy, a bit line. All this with down the bottom coming across from 7 probably takes it up, or from 9. T-Biscuit and sorted out behind it.
Tropicone should be quite handy from the good gate, which it finally gets. Maybe a chance for maybe Diablo Lad, Go-Go Grommet, Star
And
Supreme.
Star
Very handy.
Yeah.
Very handy, yep.
Yeah, from barrier 2. Another good race. Star Supreme was very impressive with that return. This horse has had a lot of issues over the journey, and that cardiac arrhythmia before it went out for a spell didn't help. It's been a real trial start. Any of those that follow the trials would be right behind this horse. It was a very, very good win. It actually bolted in that midweek. Might go on with it now, this horse. It might have found itself and might be healthy. I'd like to know the full history of its health-wise, but it can really go on with it as a 4-year-old, having only start number 5. Sentimental Bell would like a little bit more. I hope that rain falls early enough for Sentimental Bell. Mocha Dream probably likes it a little bit drier. Did go pretty well up there in the northwest, but does get a long way back and probably does need that rain to hold off. The one I'm going for is Cracking Time. I was taken by its run the other day. They put the blinkers on and it jumped with them. I see they've taken the blinkers straight off and gone to winkers. I think that could be a very smart move. I like the fact that Mitch is experimenting to try to get the trick to this horse, because when they finally get the trick, it's got a ton of ability. And I think at $5.50, I don't know if it's an each-way bet. I think it's a straight-out bet. I think it's one that you're probably either going to be lucky and it's going to win, or you're going to have you could miss it by 4 lengths at the start. It's one of those horses. I think it's a straight-out bet. Halve your bet and have it straight out. So Natea, it's got a very good fresh record. Nice trial. Nice and soft, that trial. So Natea for Luke Fernie. Goldmaker, you can see why there's support there. It's been a few days in between wins, but it's been placed at 3 of its last 4 starts. Tropicone gains shooter McGrady and draws to rail here. If the rails are right, that'll suit it. And as I said, Star Supreme. If this horse all of a sudden is at full strength and is at full health-wise, it was a great return. It's going to get a very similar transit here. They paid $160,000 for it as a yearling, this horse. Drawn well, Chris Parnham, Neville Parnham, be hard to beat. And just on the Warroa, if you have only recently bought in a share of a horse, or if you bought it even in the last couple of seasons and you're not a member of Warroa, I would suggest doing it. It's only $90 for a single, $135 for a couple. They have some great functions. You can get to meet other horse owners. They have some really, really good functions, and they'll have their bonus race days where you get bonuses if you are a Warroa owner who happens to salute on a given race day. So good reasons to get behind Warroa and get behind our industry.
Yes, I agree with that. Are you a member of Warroa?
I should be.
Yeah.
$90.
$90.
We could just a bit tight at the moment.
100. Well, how much was a couple?
Tight to mention.
How much was a couple? 135.
135.
You're not. Makes it a bit cheaper, doesn't
it? Well, for one of us.
Benny from Bunbury, afternoon, boys. Shout out to Riley Morgan up at the crack of dawn, filling in. He should have the outright job on the daily, then down to Bunbury for the Mounting Yard mail and interviews. He's a big fan, Benny, of Riley Morgan. They're making a lovely couple today, aren't they, Tess and Riley? They're lighting up the screen.
He was in good form again on Friday.
He's a beauty. Another one here. This is from Greg L. Please tell me Russ is retired and buried that indifferent shirt he had on last Friday after the Dockers finals debacle.
Indifferent's a kind word, Greg. Indifferent.
I've got a stick.
I would have used the term.
They've lost by a point.
Crap house or something similar.
Come on. They've lost by a point. It was hard.
Yeah, interesting, cracking race this.
It's a ripper.
I'm going to have a little bit on Sentimental Bell because I think it's probably the form horse going in the race. Might need a touch of luck. And also Tropiconi, who's been begging for a gate and finally draws one. So I'm really keen to see what this horse can produce with a softer run in transit, because last start I think it was wide no cover in the worst conditions you've ever seen on a race course. That was the one where we saw Dougal come through the pack in the middle and
almost got the money.
Peng was on the fence. Loch Ness Monster was just outside there. It was wild. And, Star Suprema just did win well. Money came. They got it right. Like to see it do it again, and also like to see the form be frank, because the form out of that race isn't exactly ticking boxes just yet, although it did win very well.
So cracking time and your Sentimental Bell.
Sentimental Bell with a little bit on Tropiconi, hoping for a drift there too.
Very good.
The knock on Go-Go Grommet, boys, is it just up in class a little and distance with queries? It has won at the 1200, I see.
Yeah, it's probably a silly knock, really. I mean, I can understand why people would back it, because horses flying, camp are flying, ticking a lot of boxes. So, yeah, wouldn't shock to see it win.
Got a nice transit through last time. And it was only out-bobbed by Nicky Moda. Another one doesn't win out of turn.
Right. Race number 4. This is the main event of the day, the Nicopolis Stakes over the 1,200 metres. Time to go at 3:20.
One of your favourites, Mark.
Oh, I can't remember him. You must have been a beauty, though. Boots. Oh, hello, Rusty. Come on.
Okay, you want to know about Nicopolis or not?
Nicopolis. You started this. Yeah, go on.
Now, how good is this, though?
No, it is. It's history. If you don't know where you've been, you don't know where you're going.
The Black Stallion was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2014. I've never saw the race, the horse race itself. Can you tell us how it used to race? Like, it was before my time, that's all. Yeah. A beautiful Black Stallion known for his good temperament.
Yep.
A bit like you. And much love in the stable as he was on the racetrack. Versatile racer. Won as a 2-year-old, won the WA Size Produce. And as a 3-year-old, won the WA Derby. And then went over east and won 5 more group races. Through 1963-64, ridden by some of the greats, Keith Mifflin, Tiger Moore, and the stable trainer was Harold Campbell, Nicopolis' trainer. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. Great record then. That's what the race is named after. And just on this race, the best record of recent times, Luke Fernie.
Is he?
He won it with Man Crush and I See Red, I See Red.
Okay. So there you have it, punters.
I reckon that was a blackout, that race for Saturday, that I See Red. I think they backed the whole of it.
I think they did.
Pretty sure they did, yeah.
It came in from Kalgoorlie, didn't it? I think it arrived from Cal. I'm just saying, we'll go back and have a look. Red and white stripes.
Boots Like Bruce out to 750 a drifter. Pooley's 21. Rockanori is 13 a drifter. Final Siren. Geez, Bayless has sent one in too. The Railway Footy Club down in Albany are in the Colts Rezzies and also in the league this Saturday. Now, I've got a feeling, and Bale, send this in, that their full forward in the league side may be ready to kick 100 or could have already kicked 100. And that's a fair effort because they don't play that many games down there.
And they've got a share in Final Siren.
Well, that's his colours, 310, 290. The Rupert is out to 15. Storm Chaser, 340 to 270. Border Control. We spoke to Timo Pike yesterday. 23 into 17, and Fast Flicker is 850 to 7.
Yeah, that Border Control money came overnight.
Will be after the
announcement that
people listen.
Tash Faithful off, William Pike on.
Pike was on yesterday when we interviewed him.
Do you know what they paid for that horse as a yearling? Out of a curiosity?
Border Control?
Yeah, 1.15 million.
High priced.
Final Siren, local pro money. This is good radio. 1,000 at 310. Storm Chaser 900 at 340. Fast Flicker 350 at 750. That Border Control, plenty of small each way snipping there, and Storm Chaser, plenty of 200s and that sort of thing going on there too. Nice little book.
Okay, Pooley, and are they going to go forward and rip up Final Sorrow and let him go, or let Pooley go and take a little trail? What are you doing there?
That's the query.
What about the fascination that Border Control adds to this race? I reckon it's terrific. Jeez, he happened to see...
big win.
Oh, you saw the Broome Sprint. I saw the Richardson Sprint, I think it was, on at Port Hedland.
Oh, I took him on in the Broome Sprint, and when he missed the kick by about 3 or 4, I thought, this is good.
And you know what? I thought he was a risk in Broome because if you watch him at Port Hedland...
He loved the grass.
He loved the grass.
He did.
And I thought
that's what tricked me.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, hang on, no grass here. This is my chance.
Well, not on court. Well, not on the track.
No, well, yeah, we weren't at Cable Beach. Border Control, flying. William Pike on.
Pike, a double pike.
Whoa.
Well, just like your diving career, Mark.
Yeah. So let's get into this.
So what does, the speed is interesting. So we've got Pooley, we've got Final Siren, and we've got boots like Bruce. Do we think it's Pooley and Final Siren going and Bruce just camping off them?
I'm going Final Siren off the trial.
Well, is it going to the saddle? Isn't it going to the...
It is indeed.
Is it in the saddle?
As is Storm Chaser, yeah.
Has it got a slot?
It has indeed.
Yep.
Better catch up with all the slots.
We'll have to have a look at that. This horse, that trial, unbelievable. Led easily and just walked in. Great trial. I know it only beat Benji's by 5 lengths. He's not I'm not knocking Benji's. It's not a real trial sprinter as such. But this is a serious racehorse. They've got their hands on a good one. He's going to be very, very hard to beat. If he can run up to that trial with Lucy Fiore back and riding the horse again, I reckon he's going to be very, very hard to beat. I think he's going to get the map on Storm Chaser. I know Luke's got a very good record in this race, and that's probably why he's aimed this horse up at it. And this also might be going to the Golden Saddle.
Yep. Locked in.
Locked in already, which is good.
Chaser.
So this will be a good preview of the Golden Saddle in some ways. Chris Parnham back aboard. I'm just worried about... It does get back, and that when it ran third that day, it was a good run because it was against that Travelator day down there at Pinjarra, the Newmarket Day on the 9th of August. If you go back and have a look, it was that tricky day if you're doing form, and you have to be a little bit suspect around it. But boots like Bruce, brilliant trial, but bar plates on for the first time.
Apparently trialled in them?
Trialled in them.
Apparently.
Yeah, I just still worry about them. I'm always a worry wart around bar plates, and I can see the drift there too, 440 out to 750. So I'm surely not alone there. Rockanori, like you said, again, Jimmy's a flying. Ran a good race the other day. And Fast Flicker needs, I think, the sun. I don't think it's a really good wet weather horse, even though it's won one on a soft track. I think it's a far better horse with a bit of sun on its back. And the interesting runner, Border Control. Terrific race for an eight-horse field. This and a couple of stakes is a good addition of the race.
It's a ripper.
Strong renewal.
Yes.
I'm going to have a little something on boots like Bruce. I loved the trial. The form out of that trial was phenomenal.
It was a strong trial.
Didn't have a skier on either, so seems to me to be a better horse at Belmont. And form last season at Belmont was really good. It found a purple patch, so hoping it can camp just off those front two and give us sight. Wouldn't be surprised if Final Siren put them away. Wouldn't be surprised if Storm Chaser ran them down. It's a nice little addition. But for me, boots like Bruce is worth a play at that price.
Yeah, and I'm staying with Barlow's and all the team down there in Albany with Final Siren.
Yeah, your Final Siren. I'm a Storm Chaser, man, unabashed fan, and I will keep following the horse going forward. 4 weeks until Ascot, thank God for that. This is from Slammer. He hasn't been happy with Belmont's season, but they've got through. That's the main thing. Now, what's our man Cookie up to? He's saying we've got good heads for radio, I think. Well, we know that, Paul. You're a bit disappointed you never made it to the Mundaring either. We had a seat on the bus. Dive in on Border Control, double pike with a twist. Very good, Glenn from Fremantle.
Yes.
And I keep hitting refresh and have restarted the app 4 times, but it's still $17. I'm on Jimmy Pommy Pie. Oh, best bet, Bunbury Race 4 Social Affair. That didn't win, did it? Pike, $17 on a horse that's won its last 6. Did I read that correctly? So Jim Pommy Pie wants to be on board.
Ran fourth.
Control as well. Okay, we're not too far away from this next start, so we need a market update for Bunbury, race number 6. You got one?
No, you're right.
No, Swan Draft, handicap, 1400. One a Murder Grace is 15. Elbow Lounge, 15 into 950. Saturday Sesh for a Swan Draft. Arthur Daily Mailer, you'd think this is the one, isn't it? 370. More likely, out to $17, Massive Drifter. My Jimmy into 260. $3,000 for Mac, 440 to 360. And Run for Rob is $15. And we've got 4 minutes before the race. We might be able to get down to Mac.
Steel Blue boots designed for comfort, durability and choice. Backed by a 30-day, 100% comfort guarantee. This Mounting Out report is presented by Steel Blue Boots.
Yeah, just heading down to Darren now prior to race number 6, where My Jimmy holds the call for William Pike, 3 into 260, Mac.
For 30 years, Phoenix Insurance Brokers has built a trusting association with their clients by providing a professional, but more importantly, personalised service. As a member of the Steadfast Group, their name is synonymous with reliability and experience. Competitive rates, risk identification and a fast, efficient claim service is a priority at PIB. They can also tailor competitive solutions for all of your insurance needs. Contact Phoenix Insurance Brokers today at phoenixins.com.au.
The seamless joins of a carpenter. The arrow straight lines of a welder. The sharp 90-degree corners of a bricklayer. True skill is easy to see if you know where to look. It's the same with your work boots. Steel Blue boots are made with premium materials and technology designed for all-day comfort and durability. That's how since 1995 we've been helping tradespeople be their best. Steel Blue, a mark of true skill.
He is the highest rating yearling ever at Darley's famed Northwood Park Nursery with an A+ physique. Ingratiating.
Here is an important update.
Ingratiating's first foals have hit the ground at the world-class Oakland Park stud, and they could not be more impressive. Stud manager Adrian Brown commented, Ingratiating's first foals are classy with great bone and good natural muscle. Just like Dad, they look early types. Interested breeders can organise a time to inspect the new foals with special deals available for return clients. Contact Neville at oaklandparkstud.com.au.
Get more out of the footy this AFL season with Tab Touch's Same Game Multi. Elevate your betting experience with every kick, every handball and every goal. Got the touch? Download Tab Touch. Chances are you're about to lose.
2002, better get 2-2, better get 2-4, 2-4, now 2-5. At to 2-5, going once, going twice. Sold to another happy bidder at Ross's Auctions.
If you need building supplies, chances are Ross's Auctions already have it. Paint, oils, tools, loads of timber including flooring, decking and pine. Check out the gear and place your bid today. You can find Ross's Auctions throughout the state, with permanent locations in Perth, Kalgoorlie, Karratha and a recently opened complex in Bunbury. Log on to auctions.com.au. MD 5681.
Darlingview presents your best play for a third season sire, Lightsaber. The son of soon-to-be-crowned champion Australian sire Zoostar. This glamorous stallion served almost 200 mares in his first 2 seasons at stud. Lightsaber was a Group 2 winner at age 2 and Group 3 winner at 3 before being Group 1 placed. Weanlings are presenting great temperament, quality and strength. Standing this season for $6,600 including GST. Log on to darlingviewthoroughbreds.com.au for details.
Welcome to Straight Up. To have your say, send in a text on 0427 789 571. The best texter on today's show will win a $100 voucher to be redeemed at the magnificent Mundaring Hotel, the heart of the hills since 1899. Go to mundaringhotel.com.au.
Okay, and we've had some very good texters today, but keep them coming in. We're 5 away from 5. The Peters Investments Handicappers race number 5 on the card. Good to see Bob out there yesterday too. in the interviews, looking absolutely back to his top. One Changing Guard is 16 into 10. Two Noble Connection is $5. Dr. J, $4. Big Day On It, 23. 5 Behara is 61. Emerald Trader is 21 into 12. Reginald, 31. Truvinsky is 71. More Than Enough is $7.50 from $16. Ton of Grunt at 16 and Antique Star, $3.
Mart, me old China, I expect a better meerkat for a move like that.
Well,
got to be a meerkat.
Don't hold back.
All right.
We're not here with kid gloves on.
That's a full-on meerkat. 16 to $7.50.
The neck's a little on the stiff side.
Okay.
Okay. There's a gag there. Dr. J.
Yeah, the dog.
500 at the 440, 400 at the 440, 400 at the 440, 500 at the 360, 300 at the 360, 300 at the 360. Anyway, top up. Antique Star, 300 at the 245. Fair dinkum. Changing Guard, there we go. Local pro money, pretty keen there at the bigger price. Got the $14 in each way, large place bet. Emerald Trader, 200 each way at the 20s. Well, that is well punted for a horse that'll run ninth. And the ESP money, More Than Enough at the $16. That's well punted as well for a horse that'll run fourth.
I've got Big Day On It and Behara from 11. Big Day On It from 6. Kicking up, and I think Reginald to come across with Behara 10 and 11 come across barriers. I'm talking not numbers here. But I'm settling with Big Day On It. I think can hold up and lead.
Okay.
I'm inclined to agree. Behara, maybe Reginald to come across. More Than Enough handy. Antique Star handy, but not a... Yeah, it's not express. Wouldn't want to leave Big Day On It alone out in front. It's been known to be very cheeky on its day when things go its way.
Well, you just saw his trainer train that last winner.
Absolutely.
Leader's back.
Now, I'm a little bit surprised here early on with the betting moves. Going through this race pretty seriously, I have Dr. J and Antique Star on top quite clearly, and I'm a bit amazed they're both on the drift. We're seeing Dr. J out from $3.40 to $4. Antique Star's even more surprising, $2.40 out to $3. So
as big as $3.50 around the traps.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a concern. Maybe it's the amount of money that More Than Enough is being supported, and of course Emerald Trader at prices. But yeah, a bit surprising. A bit of support there also for Changing Guard. Now, I think we could have a point of difference here because I've got a feeling that you may really like Antique Star, and I've got a feeling that I really do like Dr. J. Dr. J, I think that win the other day was brilliant. I think this horse is the danger. I think if you're getting $4 or even better, this is going to end up being the one to beat. Nothing wrong with Antique Star. Blinkers going on. Clint Johnston Porter resumes back on this mare. Drawn well, up 3.5 kilos. Not an overly big mare. So the 3.5 kilos up is a little bit of a concern, but the stable is firing. Top effort off 35 days with that close second to a horse that's just on fire. Triple the chant going through the grades. More Than Enough, there's good support there. I'm a bit with you. I can't see it. Noble Connection has had Clint Johnston Porter the last 5 starts. He sticks with jumps across to Antique Star, and then you pick up Willie Pike there, so you're not losing too much there. But this race just looks a little bit harder than the form where it beats Sketter. So I'm definitely in the camp of Dr. J to beat the favourite Antique Star, and I think that shopping's pretty good.
I can't argue. I think Dr. J's at my bet price around the traps. Antique Star for me, it is my best bet of the day. I loved how strong it was after the line.
Yeah,
I think the senior's going to be worth a significant amount, and I think Antique Star might be a pretty nice horse. Things haven't gone right for it this prep. It might be one of those Bob ones that you see that have taken a little bit of time and are now ready to go and fire some bullets.
Well, it wants rain. It definitely needs the rain. So, Dr. J is very, very happy with some rain. Emerald Trader probably on its record might like it a little bit drier. But the two that are the favourites and are looking for rain, and it's forecast to come. So I'm very much in the camp of the three. Dr. J with Stephen Parnham. I just think that last win was big, and I think he'll relish the extra 200 metres. First try beyond 1400, but he shapes as a horse that'll get a mile. You know, Antique Star will, just on breeding and just on the way it goes. It has won up to 1700. Blinkers on, so the blinkers on again. It's the second time they've gone to the blinkers. They're using that trick. Draws well, and the shades on. CJPs I said on. But I think they'll both end up a bit shorter by Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not as concerned about early drifts as I would be about if it was happening. If it was happening in the last 5 minutes.
Geez, a lot of these markets change on race day, don't they?
100%.
Wow.
100%.
Yeah.
And also a lot more. There's a lot more accurate money in regards to how the track's playing and how the horses are presenting in the mounting yard, etc., etc.
Just before we go to race number 6, we'll get a few texts here for the Mundaring. Hi lads, I heard a few of the Adelaide boys are coming off the flu during the week, so not 100% any truth to this. Do you think, Pete from Rivo? Haven't heard of you.
I heard it on only through social media. I did say that.
Yes, okay. Duppy here. Sorry, I've been guts up in the Bahamas with Justin Longmuir and the Freo fans. I had to seek some signal to get some of the more than enough 16s. What's Brad doing?
Good to have the dup back.
Afternoon, gents. Can someone find Riley's where his glasses have gone? Not sure if he lost them or left them at home. He may need them for the drive home. Give the double shift today. I know Specsavers are open to 9 a.m. in Bunbury on a Thursday. He's done a good job, Riles. Don't worry about that. MCA Polytrack, got to push this through. 5 o'clock already, 3 to go. What have you been doing? Is it you? Is it you? Who is it? Investment strategy, $9. Ginger Green, 23. Oh, the Crusader, $350 to $270. Sunny Honey's $850. Cold Shizzle, 23. Keep Attacking, 26. Benji's 41. Lyndon's Gold is 15. Favourite Schmoove Mover into 235, and Candlelight Supper is $71.
Oh, it's a Tubi, Mart. The punters are saying it's a Tubi.
It's a Tubi.
Schmoove Mover.
Yeah.
1,000 Schmoove Mover, but 1,000 Cosmic Crusader. At the 900 at the 350, 1,000 at the 310, 600 at the 270. Schmoove Mover there's another 500, another 500, another 250, another 250. Ginger Green a little bit each way, but these two are pairing out.
And it's a little bit of a tricky map. There's quite a few in here that could actually lead if they showed intent, isn't it? Even Toppy, Investment Strategy could do it. Sunny Honey could do it. Cold Chisel could do it. Schmoove Mover can do it. So it'll come back to intent. Which way did you think these jockeys were intending?
Even if it was a few more runs in, a horse like Benji's as well was one I thought could possibly do. That's the interesting bit. I think Investment Strategy almost gets left there. But Sunny Honey might as well because it races pretty keen early. So, yeah, really muddling.
Go to the premium. It'll sort it out.
The platinum.
Yep.
The deep fakes.
Yep. Specialise in them. Does the old Mars maps.
In the trial, the Boots Like Bruce good form trial, certainly the form's holding up out of it. Cosmic Crusader was superb. Sat right back in traffic. It just sort of found its way to the outside and then it hit the line really, really well. Having its first start for Michael Grantham's had a 322-day break here, 322 days. Sunny Honey. It's just very hard to see him defeating Smooth Mover, even though he does get a half a kilo. And I just think Smooth Mover. I know it's probably been a bit disappointing this campaign, but I do think that heavy track didn't help at first up, and then it only got bloused out in that four-way finish there. When it got last hop was Desert Nymph. I think it's the horse to beat. Cold Chisel disappointed me the other week. I threw it out and it sat behind the leader and didn't do it. Investment Strategy is another one with a chance. There's a little bit of support there for Lyndon's Goal, but I'm very much saying it's out of the two. And if race fitness is worth anything, and if it's not too wet, I'm happy to go Smooth Mover with Pike back on over Cosmic Crusader, who's obviously going well. Trial was superb, but I'm just worried about the 322 days straight into a 1400.
In the field position advantage too that Schmoove gets. It's with all due respect to Smooth Mover, it's probably getting close to put up time, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Time to put the runs on the board because
The Golden Saddle's only 3 weeks away.
Try and secure a spot for that, and the horse has undoubted ability.
Yep.
Everyone knows that. It's probably needs to start putting a field like this away. But from a punting perspective, from me, if I was forced to bet, I'd probably have something each way, Sunny Honey, just to maybe get across to the breeze and give a really good kick on the drift each way. Otherwise, just sit back and enjoy what should be a great horse race to watch.
It'd be a beauty. But I'm going to stick with Smooth Mover. I think it's time to be counted, and I think he'll stand up. And third run back, I think he'll deliver the goods.
Couple to get through, but first off, we're heading down to Mandurah. Tab Touch Park. We've got 12 of the best coming our way. The first event will go at 5:34. Ryan Levitsky, the great Levitsk, joins us right now to preview this meeting. A very good afternoon to you, Rhino. He's going each way, a very good judge.
Well done, Ryan.
Jeff Rody is the chairman of the Carnarvon Race Club. He joins us. It's their big day on Saturday, the Tab Touch Carnarvon Cup. G'day, Jeffrey.
How are you, Marty, Rusty?
G'day, mate.
We're good.
Good
All
field.
in readiness. Geez, you've got some good fields.
Isn't it a cracker?
Yeah, up and down. Could have done with a few more and a couple of them, but that's the nature of it with 3 meetings in 3 weeks with the junction chucked in. But we're happy with it, mate. End of the season. A lot of horses have been going around for a while, so no, we're happy with the response.
The coverage on Racing Plus has been fantastic. I just know that people that have been watching it, the track's playing very well. The quality of horses you've got going up there this year, in my view, have been some of the best we've had in a long time. And the support from the Patemans has been enormous.
Yeah, always back to their old man coming north, mate. Those Patemans have been doing this for a long time, so you'd think they'd get good at it, which they certainly have. And 7 Plus, of course, has been an absolute bonus. It hasn't really affected crowds, which was sort of one of those things I thought about. I thought, well, I'm, touching 26 years old. And I probably, would I sit at home and watch it? Would I go to the races? Well, we haven't seen that have an effect on country clubs whatsoever. The crowds are just as big, if not bigger. So it's been a bonus. I think it's driven them to the races, mate. So been a great innovative thing from Rawa for sure.
And I think the people actually getting to know a bit more about some of the horses and also some of the jockeys that are doing our Northwest circuit, I think that all helps to build a connection between the punter or the person on the lounge and your wonderful product up there in Carnarvon.
No doubt, mate. Right back to the showcase ones they've done a number of years ago now, showcasing all the North clubs in collaboration with the Shires to showcase not only racing but what's up the North. That's absolutely put us on the map, every single club. Great show that they put on there. And I still watch not just Carnarvon but other ones on there. I think they're really good. And it does showcase the area, not just the racing.
How does that junction form normally hold up when they switch back to Carnarvon?
Not really, no.
All right.
Yeah, not. And this year, probably they've done a magnificent job out there. I wish I could show you on a video what they did to get that race on. They were stretching and sweeping the water off the track with brooms with about 3 hours before the races out there to get that ahead. So they've done a magnificent job. But looked to me, the track was slightly on the heavy side, which is no problem because the horses would have loved it, nice and soft. But it doesn't normally transfer to Carnarvon, no, mate.
Okay, and normally the Peter Evans is the race that we look at, taken out this year by War Class, who's put 3 in a row together for Jackie Scott going up from Geraldton.
Yeah, you can't knock winning form, can you? I mean, winning form's good form, as they say, but a couple of outsiders, Outspoken Lad and the other one, Sunny Times for Mac Hall, which is a good one because a couple of local lovely ladies in Diane Ramirez and Claire Van Dongen, who own Everywhere Travel up here, they're the ownership of that horse, and of course Diane's the Evans boy's sister.
Oh, okay.
So a bit of sibling rivalry in the race between Sunny Times and Divine Mercy, and Divine Mercy I thought was the run of the race, looking to the Peter Evans as a lead into the Cup. I thought he was the run of the race in there.
Yeah, and with the Pierce brothers, wherever they're travelling with them at the moment, they are in red-hot form, that stable. They're taking out Spoken Lad up there. I can assure you he'll be running a race.
Yeah, hard to transfer that form, and for that very reason I sort of put a line through them, but not their form. Their form holds up tremendously. Just the first start on the dirt, you'd probably take an odds you shouldn't take on the dirt surface. So I like horses that have raced in the area. Gambler's Gold comes to mind. I mean, it's a blueprint for what he done last year. I think he ran fourth last year in the Kimberley at Broome, then run third this year, second in the Broome Cup, second this year. Didn't race again until the Carnarvon Cup, so I think the writing's on the wall there. He will run a big race, Gambler's Gold.
Yeah, he's run a great race, nearly every one of the Cups up there. Outspoken Lad did win, ran second there on Bunbury on the Fibre Sand, which is not too dissimilar from working away on the dirt.
Yeah, if you're going to buy one sort of thing, you'd love them to have a bit of dirt form somewhere, whether it's Darwin or the Pakenhams and those over there. Doesn't completely transfer, but you still know that they can race on different surfaces, the same as wet trackers and dry trackers. So, yeah, he did run a huge race, and it was over the almost identical cup distance, 2,000 metres. So you could take that into account if you're thinking of digging deep. I think he'll start a lot shorter than he is at the moment.
Any sign of the Yank? Has he turned up yet or not? Where's he been? Up Junction? He's been everywhere bar Carnarvon. What's wrong with him, man?
He was that tired, I sent him home. He's still got Landor to go, of course, after Carnarvon.
He'll be fielding, no doubt about that. We'll get him on tomorrow. Yeah. He'll find us a couple of winners for our punters.
Very good.
He's everywhere, man.
Good fields, mate. I hope they get the big crowd there. You deserve it. Some really good young jockeys too, also going up there for Carnarvon Cup Day. Have a ripper day up there.
Oh, yeah. We need a winner from you. Quickly.
Gambler's Gold.
Gambler's Gold in the cup. For our man Darren Pavement.
I know it's a favourite, and I try to go wide most times, but, yeah, that's a blueprint from a year ago, that one, and he's not much worse weighted either.
Beautifully done, Jeff. You have a great day there on Saturday. Promises to be a beauty, the Tab Touch Carnarvon Cup.
Lovely. Thanks, Marty. Thanks, Rusty. Always love the support, mate, and appreciate it. Thanks.
Appreciate your support as well, Jeff. It's been terrific throughout the season. And their big day is this Saturday.
And a great town.
Oh, it's a
ripper.
A lot of fun.
There's a lot of fun up there.
Yeah. Right, we are up to race number 7. They are in the yard down there at Bunbury. We'll give you an update there soon. But race number 7 at Belmont Park on Saturday comes up at 5:05. The Glenroy Chaff over 1,300 metres. And looking at this, Other One Son is 19. Little Silver 21. Russian Sniper 71. Yorga Pride is 460. Yarra Lee 41. 6 Elite 1. 12 into 7. 7 is Scully, 950 for Richie Bell. Soldanel is 23. Eccentric Nature, and be for the mauler, wouldn't it? 850. Snow God, 330 to 205. Harrow, Bellini misses 91, and Atlantis Beach 126.
Oh, it's good to have you back, Mark.
Yes.
That's more like it. Champion. Yeah, they went early, Snow God. They went early and they went hard. Like Marty Young at the Mundaring last week.
Wave after wave, I think.
1,000 at the $3.30, $700 at the $3, another 1,000 at the $3, 1,300 at the $2.60. Oh, 1,000 at the $2.90. Missed that. Another 1,000 at the $2.05. Well, Soldanel, plenty of each way support. Soldanel at the bigger price. Place heavy as well, plenty of support. Elite One, plenty of each way support as well, including 300 each way at the $11, a couple hundred each way at the $11. Yorga Pride, there is 1,000 there at the $4.60. So it's not all one-way traffic, but it is fair to say that Snowgord's probably been the best go of the day and is our worst result of the day. And therefore the horse I will be swinging off to avoid getting a casual job at Perth Racing this summer.
Now, the all-important...
Oh, geez, you've got me on the hop here.
Smartsmaps.com speed map for this race, please.
Righto, so let's have a look at this. It's a little bit on that messier side again.
Yep.
I was thinking Little Silver.
Yep.
From 8. Probably leave it there. I think it leads.
Maybe Russian Sniper from out wide, maybe.
I think it'll...
He's got a plan. Don't know, but Eccentric Nature possibly. Snow God definitely handy.
Yep.
Elite One handy enough if it jumps like it did last. The other one, Sun, maybe to try and capitalise from gate 1 and be handy-ish, but could get very messy after that.
Tough race, plenty of chances, but big support, Snow God. Anyone that watched that win would have been jumping to jump at that $3.30. It absolutely bolted in last start, and it had promised it for a number of starts, but that was a really good win. Yeah, look, I know it only beat Goldmaker, but it beat it by 2.8 lengths. It was very heavily supported into $1.60. And one like the horse that people thought this horse could become. And I think the extra 100 metres will be in its favour. It's drawn beautifully. It drops 2 kilos on that run. And I know it's coming out of a West Speed heat, but it absolutely bolted in. I can see why the support's there. Eccentric Nature, Willie Pike's back aboard. Drawn 10, a little bit tricky, but probably the Master's up to it. Third up, and ran into a very nice progressive type there in Dr. J at last start. Sold the Nell, a bit disappointing there last start. It's a funny horse. It sort of races with its head up a bit.
Yeah, it's always
I'd like to see it with a shadow roll or something. I'm not the trainer, but I reckon a shadow roll, something its head down might help.
It has had one on.
I don't know. I've had a look. It certainly hasn't got one this week. Scully was good, but it got the
it's had
got all the
on.
favours there on the rail. It has had one, so it doesn't help. Okay. Elite One was very good, into $7. I can see that. But I'm sticking with Little Yorga. This horse is just a racehorse. It's only been beaten once, and it wasn't 100% correct that day. And the WA breeders, it was sort of like an afterthought when they said, well, the way it's going, we're going to have a shot at this. But every other start, it's won, and it's won easily. And last start was very impressive to the eye. They backed it into $1.80. This horse just wants to find the line. I'll tell you one thing: Snow God will know it's in a race. When it's racing Yorga Pride. And that's the way I'm going. Yorga Pride over Snow God, and probably third best would be at a bit of a price, Little Silver.
Well, they have raced before, and that's sort of why I'm keen Yorga Pride, because of it was 6 or 7 lengths off it at the 6 or 700. And Snow God, I think it had one horse to beat last start, and that horse went off, was hanging in the straight, drifted quite badly, and has, I think, gone for a spell. So, yeah, Yorga Pride for me.
Okay, they're at the gates, Bunbury for the last. The Cup Rum Distillery Handicap over the 1,200 metres. Quickly look at the quad he should pays. You need on your ticket 11.23. Number 2, 200. Number 3 pays 1,000. 4, 600. 5, 100. 6, Snipper Romance, 250. 7 is 420. $112, Girls on Fire. Fuzzy Box, 1,600 on top for Greg Allen. Way to go, 6,500 for the final time today. Let's go down to Mac for his broadcast of the last at Bunbury Race 7.
This race for Oakland Park Stud, standing ingratiating and sessions. Go to oaklandparkstud.com.au for details.
And Girls on Fire, Zippy, Zany, Playball and Bundaberg. So here are the final few moving in. This is the last, the Cup Rum Distillery Handicap. Zippy Zany about to join the line. So favouritism with Girls on Fire. Just. Bundaberg about to come forward from the Darren McAuliffe yard. Bundaberg goes in there, and Playball will be the last of them to be loaded away. We're ready to go. 1,200 metres. The last on the card here in Bunbury. They're racing. Zippy Zany dwelt at the start, missing it slightly here as Way to Go, and then dropped out to last shortly after, but Fuzzy Box got out of the gates post haste, is showing dazzling speed at the end of 200. Leads Bundaberg when they settle, improving Zippy Zany from Playball, Snip of Romance. A length and a half away then. Further back is Brief Romance, the middle outside of a Gingerbread Girl, caught on a bit of a limb. Way to Go is next, and back last last of all, Girls on Fire. So with the task in front of it too as they work down the side, they go by the 600 mark. Fuzzy Box on top. In control, 3/4 on Bundaberg and Zippy Zany, which is tramping wider. A length and a half to play ball. Snip of Romance is just beautifully placed on the inside, just scything up on the fence, coming into the turn, following Fuzzy Box for home. They're followed further back then by Gingerbread Girl, Brief Romance, and Girls on Fire hoisted to the extreme outside. At the 250, Bundaberg hit the front now, drew a length and a half, kicks away. Zippy Zany, Girls on Fire is starting to launch a mighty run on the outside. Girls on Fire ranges up. Zippy Zany, Bundaberg, Girls on Fire. Girls on Fire came from last. Girls on Fire has cut them down to win from Bundaberg. Zippy Zany battled hard after tramping deep. Brief Romance was fourth in, followed then by Gingerbread Girl, Way to Go-Go. Snip of Romance didn't come on at all. Back behind them to Play Ball, and Fuzzy Box, which led them running for home, has wilted noticeably to finish at the tail. Big victory this by the 8. Girls on Fire, the better than ready filly, giving Michael Lane and Chris Parnham a double here this afternoon in the Amelia Park Silks, the last. Number 8, Girls on Fire, over the top of Bundaberg, Brad Parnham, and 4, Zippy Zany, Holly Knottle, with Brief Romance weighing in fourth placing. In 1:13.13, half a length by 3/4 the margins. Had the task in front of her, this filly, but she was equal to it. She gave them a head start last on the turn and had to make a very wide run, but she has charged home out in the middle of the track under the urgings of Chris Parnham to get the job done. She's by better than ready from Amelia's on Fire. For Mrs. A. Tan, the Champagne Dolls Syndicate, the Slip'n C Syndicate. Also Mrs. J. Walsh, the Eileen Syndicate, Mrs. R. Reeves and L. Turner. Also Linda Shen, Ms. L. Kang, Ms. A. Cliff, all the ladies involved, Madame's Hurst, the Berry & Co. group. Also Linda Britton, great name there. Bree Chisholm as well. Gee, there's some popular names amongst these owners. Mrs. P. Schmidt, Mrs. W. Wake, Ms. S. Pickett and A. Bassett. So good on the girls there. Girls on Fire. They certainly will be after this, the final event for the day. It's win 2 from 8, but she's done it in terrific style. Beating home 5, Bundaberg by Gingerbread Man from Bathsheba Bell, Brad Parnham for Darren McAuliffe, and Zippy Zany, trained by Takahide Aikanushi. Snippered Sun Mare, written by Holly Knottle.
Leave you there, Mac. Thanks for your broadcasting today, and the team, Tess and Riley, have worked beautifully from the yard together. Bunbury race number 7. We're just waiting on these interim dividends. Mandurah race number 1 is 8 minutes away. Miraculous Chloe is 362. Bumblebee Prime 5. 3 Mystic Pixel 4. Then we go to 4 Epic Eclipse 91, 5 Tap in Birdie 550, 6 Combi Aki 12, 7 Junkyard Lorraine at 390 and 8 Road Rage Gundy at 11. Still no dividends yet for Bunbury. Race number 7, taking their time there, punters. We'll have a look at race number 8 at Belmont Park on Saturday. 2,200 metre. Rating 61 plus to end the day. I'm not that happy about this. But anyway, that's where it is, 540. Let's have a look at them. Royal Law, 15. 2 Admired is 51. 3 Dark Looks, 19. 4 Amamus is 10. 5 Lombandina is 10. 6 Alaskan. Somebody cooked this last start, didn't they? 850, it'll get up. 9 Long Jeans is 13. 8, I Love Your Smile, 390. 9, He's Back, the Kerman, 16. 10, Lyrical Angel is 16 into 11. 11, Beats of War, 6. 12, For Your Eyes, 23. Warrelly Lass is 34. And Olden at 11.
Say it, Mark.
Kerm, he's back.
Say it.
The Rock.
Say it.
How's yours?
Thank you. Well, and the reason we're cracking gags, Mart, is because there's not a lot of money. A bit of local pro money has come in recently, actually, for I Love Your Smile. 700 at the 420. 300 each way, Lyrical Angel at the $11. Just better go. Long Jeans, couple hundred each way at the $14. Beats of War, couple hundred each way at the $6. More each way money, Lyrical Angel. It's actually a pretty decent sort of go here. Long Jeans as well, so they're the two. Longines and Lyrical Angel that are getting a fair bit of money.
Just digressing, this horse is a bit light in colour for one of Laney's on your theory.
It is. It's still saluted.
That's
very nice.
That's one of the best, Rusty. That theory only buys certain colours.
Dark horses.
That's good.
That'll be feeds a lot of linseed, I think.
2200 metre race here in the last. There's going to be a bit of speed because our man Kerman loves it with Lucy and Beats of War. Well, you saw what happened there last night.
I remember the last time those two raced each other on the sand at Bunbury, and they went
hammer and tong.
Both
and
of those things, yes.
Royal Law for Ash Mother. You just saw in that last race there. Ash loves his horses up on the speed, so they'll attest to the speed.
We did say last time that was one not to leave out last week, Beats of War. Remember? The week before, they had that big leading war, and we all agreed it was one right in it. And
the trainer's in wonderful touch.
Yeah, absolutely. The only problem here is it probably won't get a heavy 8 this time round, and it did last start. Alaskan, I was the one that potted it. I think it's a one batter.
Right.
So I'll take the call there. But I also tipped out Lombardina.
Yep.
And I'll wear that as well. 4 wide from the 600 with no cover. Good to see Clint Johnston Porter back aboard, but drawn 13 and up 5 kilos on the 7-day break. The one we did go for the other day, Lyrical Angel, I'm sticking with this mare. I just think this mare's...
taking the...
He's got it back. No, sorry, mate. We had to jump in.
Oh, he's got him on. I love him.
He does
deliberate, isn't it?
Sorry, we're just looking at Riley Morgan here with the 3Ds. They're fantastic.
Haven't seen them all day.
No, he's done this. He did the same thing last week. Last Thursday.
They've gone missing, like Mart did Friday afternoon at about 4 p.m.
Oh, it was a bit later than that, mate.
When he moves his head like that, he looks like one of the brains out of, what was that show? Thunderbirds. Just a bit, I'm just saying.
They look, these two, there's a bit of screen...
Chemistry. Yes.
Yeah, they work well together.
They do. And the girl's on fire. No doubt about it in the last there. So Lyrical Angel, back to this last race. Got to get this done. Lyrical Angel, I'm going again each way. And I do like the fact that it's already got some support. Horse I know is working well. It meets Amamus, Lyrical Angel. Yep, meets Amamus 1.5 kilos better. It could have been a very, very big successful trip to Bali. If it had won, I'd probably still be there. But we're back home, and that's okay. Amamus is up 3.5 kilos. As I said, good weight swing there to Lyrical Angel. Will only be fitter here at her 4th run back from a spell. And you know the old rule, a mare in form, stick with it, an extra 100 metres, no problem. Other interesting runner down the bottom, Olden. This horse hasn't won for a very, very long time, 1,141 days, but placed as runner-up 3 of its last 4. It meets Beats of War 5.5 kilos better for the last run and is in form, drawn well, drawn 2 with Chanel Cooper. There's other chances in it. Love Your Smile, brilliant. Both runs back have been fantastic. It also meets Beats of War, a couple of kilos better. It does meet Olden, 2.5 kilos worse, but it does gain Pike at its 3rd run back for Luke Fernie. And that, for me, is pretty much the race.
Your numbers in the last?
My numbers, I like 10 from 8 and 14.
10, 8, 14.
Oh, these staying races.
It's a field job in the quaddie.
Fair dinkum.
Well, they just seem to take turns, but
yeah.
All right.
So it's hard. Yeah, trust what you saw with Amamus. It gave him a nice spanking, really.
Yes, Joe.
Very good.
Went from the fibre sand to
up 3.5.
Yeah, but maybe it's about time that we found one of these days that actually went on with it.
Goes on with it.
Because it's been a while.
Let's hope so.
We're due.
Now, these greys getting to the boxes. Let's get your best bets before we go down to Ryan for his call of the first.
We'll go Antique Star Race 5 and we'll go Yorga Pride Race 7.
Wow.
Yorga.
We're almost agreeing for a change. Brave Wasp in the first. Kraken Time in race 3. And Yorga Pride in race 7.
Rightio.
We agreed with Rywood last week in the Coolgardie Cup. And we know how that ended.
But very unlucky. That was unfortunate.
I think the horse was actually travelling.
She was travelling, she was on very close.
It was going to win.
And the main thing is Holly's okay.
That's the most important thing.
That is for sure.
You can always have another race, and the horse is okay, which is even better.
We're about a minute off Mandurah, race number 1, and the tips there from Ryan. He's gone with the 1 Miraculous Chloe. We can go down to Ryan right now.
Country Maiden. And we've got a full field of 8 here for the first event. Number 1, Miraculous Chloe, $3.60. Bumblebee Prime, $6. Mystic Pixel, $5. Epic Eclipse is 100 to 1. Tap In Birdie, who wears blinkers, by the way, passed a steward's trial on September 4. So last Thursday night had the blinkers on and passed that trial. So she's got those on tonight. $5.50 for Tap In Birdie. Kombiaki, $10. Junkyard Lorraine, $4.20. And Road Rage Gundy, $13. My best bet, race 4, number 4, Early Worm each way at $8.50. And 2 late scratchings, both in race 9. Number 5, Fearless Kiwi, is out due to injury. And number 7, Big Phantom, is out due to weight variation. At the start for the first, 300-metre maiden. And they're always very tricky affairs from a punting point of view. Miraculous Chloe is the favourite at $3.60 for Jackie Wilson. $4.20 Junkyard Lorraine, $5 Mystic Pixel. No first starters in this event. And they're about to go forward for the first of 12. Quaddy on 5, 6, 7 and 8. And they're going forward now. Miraculous Chloe, Mystic Pixel, Tap In Birdie, Junkyard Lorraine, Bumblebee Prime, Epic Eclipse, Kombiaki and Road Rage Gundy. All positioned, free entry, Tab Touch Park, Country Maiden. Racing. First away, Junkyard Lorraine with Road Rage Gundy, Mystic Pixel, Miraculous Chloe. 5th is Bumblebee Prime, then Tap In Birdie, Kombiaki and Epic Eclipse. Mystic Pixel drove through and hit the lead from Junkyard Lorraine. Miraculous Chloe running on, but Mystic Pixel has defeated Miraculous Chloe, Junkyard Lorraine, Road Rage Gundy, Kombiaki, Tap In Birdie, Bumblebee Prime, tailed off Epic Eclipse, 17.33. Number 3, Mystic Pixel for Ben McLean, owned by Del Greaves, a daughter of Aussie Infrared, out of Only a Guess, and she breaks through at her second start. 17.35, the adjusted time. Second is 1, Miraculous Chloe, Jackie Wilson. Third, 7, Junkyard Lorraine, James Jeffries. Interim numbers 3, 1, 7, 8. Margins 1 3/4 by half a length, and the time 17.35. Race 2 at 5.52. Reserves out. My numbers 3, 2, 6 and 4.
Thanks, Ryan. Bunbury race number 7. We need to clear these divvies. 8, 5, 4 and 2. Girls on Fire, Chris Parnham, $3. 1.30 Beat Bundaberg. I thought a good run. $1.40. Zippy Zany, $3.40. Quinella was $5, Exacta $9.70, Trifecta $68.30. The first 4, 227 even on 8, 5, 4, 2, 3, 8 double, 19.60 in the quaddy 11, 2, 3 and 8, 112.61 was out. Mandurah race 1, and it was 3, 1, 7 and 8. Mystic Pixel for Ben McLean, $6.40, 180. Miraculous Chloe, $1.80, and Junkyard Lorraine at $1.80. The Quinella 10.40, Exacta 21.60, Trifecta 103.10, and the first 4, 3, 1, 7, 8, $581.20. I think we set a new record today, boys. On an 8-event card, at least we've got it right out to 25 minutes away from 6. Don't know who could blame for that.
There's no footy, is there? Any football tonight?
There's no footy. There's no NRL.
What was the rush for then?
No rush.
So we just took our time with it.
For this man over here, he has to get going.
We were trying to be very accurate.
You've been very good today.
And we agreed on a couple, which was very different.
Thanks.
I've got the tips from the mauler.
Oh, yes.
Can we go through them?
You need to wait for these.
Snow God BB. I'm just imagining it now.
Hang on, I'll just get it up here. Where is
Mauler's
it here?
tips.
Mauler's tips. Where are they? Here we go. In the first, Centauro. In the second, Cruise to Victory. In the third, Sonatea. In the fourth, Final Siren. In the fifth, Noble Connection. In the sixth, Smooth Mover. In the penultimate,
Eccentric
Nature. And in the last, Amanus.
Oh,
He's gone hunting for value.
He certainly has. I think he's been copping too much flack, and he's going for plenty of value there on a day which could be a different track.
Torched him, yeah.
No, very good.
All
there
right,
you go.
well
There's
done,
the
Bradley.
bowlers.
Yeah, thanks.
Carnarvon comes alive this Saturday with the pinnacle of the racing season, the time-honoured Carnarvon Cup, first run in 1908. There's 7 exciting races, including the Mount Augustus Tourist Park Sprint, Sky Channel, bars, sensational food, totes, and on-course bookmakers. Huge fields, bus transfers available. Check out the club's Facebook. Entertainment after the last. So come racing this Saturday. It's Carnarvon Cup Day.
But it's the Warrior, Romantic Warrior, 2 on Liberty Island. It's history at Sha Tin.
Don't miss a minute of the best racing in the world from Hong Kong at Sha Tin Racecourse this Sunday. The best jockeys, trainers and horses do battle for huge prize money, and punters can bet into massive pools. Tune in to Drive and the Sports Daily for interviews with local trainers and jockeys, along with the best racing analysts to find that next winner. Hong Kong racing from Sha Tin this Sunday, with full coverage here on TABradio statewide.
At Retrovision, you'll find all the electrical stuff you love. But the love doesn't stop there. Because at Retrovision, we do more for you. Our lowest price guarantee gives you complete peace of mind. Find a better price after you